Here we are. It is another fresh air type of morning. Let me get this gimbal on here. This gimbal can cause problems if I don't put it on correctly. It can create all kinds of havoc. There we go. Yeah, normally the first 2 minutes of these streams, just me fighting the gimbal. It doesn't put up much one, but either way, the sun really isn't up yet. I am out here feeling great, looking great, and looking for the sun. And it's out there. We're gonna find it. Got 100% on the battery. This is Wapenham's Forest, the ultimate battery. It's really within, in one form or another. We had some snow yesterday, and that was great. They say the body has 650 muscles. I like to think I'm flexing half of them right now in an attempt to not be so cold. Regardless. Layers. How many layers is too many? Is that even real when it's 20 degrees? I mean, maybe. It's the whopping hand. But yeah, out here whopping. Tongue flopping, you know. Looking forward. That's really all you can do. Everything around here is like a passageway, really. It's all got a canopy. But man, when that sun parts those trees, man, it does something to your brain. You know? Let's go look for the sun over there. Yeah. Yeah. So check that out. What's over there, bruh? Is it the sun? See, I've got my boots on today. Albeit zero gravity boots. They're still technically, I'm sure. Hey, yo, May. She does not want to get in that water. Even though she thinks she does, you know. She doesn't. Nah, bro, she doesn't want that life. It's way too cold. Hey, yo, May, come up here. She really is in that water. Hey, May. Stay up here, bro. You didn't do it. I don't believe it. Nah, you didn't. That's good. Moments in history remind you that we live in a zoo. Truly. Right there's the sun. Man, it's toasty. Right there's the sun. And it feels bright. Yeah. Hella toasty, bro. Toasty McRoasty. This very moment in history, so powerful. Only because the sun. Definitely wouldn't want to be out here at night singing songs. you get with a bear claw. And I'm not talking about a donut, for real. Man, this is incredible. It's all about getting out here at the right time to get to see the whopping take place in its beginning stages of the day. It's a wise man that said, look up, because below you is hell. Feeling good, looking good, taking deep breaths out here in Wappingham Forest. You know, the snow is only here so often, so we're trekking in it. Doing some trekking with layers, you know. Feel like a snowman out here, you know. Go back to the trail. It's the white sauce of a lie. Who knows where that other dog went? Only she. Only she. We are a whopping 7 minutes in with a whopping viewer count of 4 people. I guess the view bots have not shown up yet. We'll give them time to communicate. Beep boop bop boop. Watch us. It's like a mockumentary of yesterday when it wasn't snowing, or what? No one knows. No one remembers. I mean, really, if you don't remember something, it didn't happen. That's the reality of all this. Just walking forward. Making a muscle, standing up straight, taking a deep breath, raising the frequency. That's all you can do, you know? Truly. Got a jar of coffee in my backpack and a dream. Jar of coffee and a dream. Things are flashing red on my screen. I don't know why. Bunch of red flags. They must be initiating MK Ultra robotic manipulation. Regardless, I'm just out here whopping, feeling the vibe, that winter breeze, you know. And it's real. It's very real. It'll make you appreciate a scarf, for real. Wrapping it around your face, you know. Looking like one of those, you know, dangerous people with things wrapped around their face. Someone tell a joke in the comments. We have 24 people in here, about 10 minutes in. We're starting to get some view bots, you know. Let's get some convo going. Let's talk about how your day is. Someone tell me what they ate for breakfast. Start running the daily tests to see who's real in here and who isn't. Because there's definitely no like bots yet in here. No like bots. Just 22 view bots. But anyway, view bots, at 40 likes, I will do a dance on camera. A dance of harmonic vibration that it'll solidify the very granular subatomic realm of harmonicism. It will, really, truly. Hey, yo, mate. It's like, yeah, fuck this. I'm gone. Hey, yo, mate. What are you doing? What are you doing, you dog? Life's just a struggle for water. That's what we're out here doing. Looking for aqua. Really, you can't. People don't know if you're thirsty. The last thing you should do is eat snow. For sure. It seems like the sensible thing to do. I mean, because, snow is water, but it's not. Then your body has to work overtime to melt the snow that you've just eaten. It's a good way to not make it to the end of the trail, You're good, bro. Go ahead. He just wants to be right next to me. It's a beautiful thing, man. You couldn't pay somebody to die for you. I don't care what you think. You wouldn't know. Like, man, I gave cuz $1 million. They're gonna die for me one day. That's what he told me. All right. You'll never know. Something has to live in these trees around me. Like, there is a hole. I'm not gonna show it to you. There's not enough. We need some comments going, asking me to show you these holes in these trees. Hey, yo, May. Hey, yo, May. She is a goober of goober proportions. Hey, yo, May. Wop sauce. Yeah. What have you found up there, young whopper? Shapeshifter. Definitely. Uh-huh. I bet. Like a predator type of animal, translucent in nature. Yeah. What are you seeing? It's perplexing. Paranormal activity. All right, well, you need to learn more words. But it could be anything up there. That's the incredible thing about the woods, man. You really don't know what's above you in the trees. I mean, she sees something that we don't. And it very well may be a bird or squirrel, but chances are it's a shapeshifter, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, come on. Yeah. Good job. Still no comments. I'm not convinced that any of you are real, but I appreciate the number of 38 people that are watching. Welcome to Wappingham's Forest. If you're new to the live stream, always remember, you too can find a Wappingham Forest near you. It just won't be called that. But it's there somewhere amongst you. Legit. and we're just vibing. And that's the thing. We need to bring up some topics. You know, for one, I'm gonna bring up the topic of this mothership off the coast of New Jersey. If that doesn't get people commenting, then you're all bots and you've been sent here to observe me. Yeah, but how about that mothership, you know, and those drones in New Jersey? I mean, it's incredible when you think about it. But it wouldn't be so incredible if you were a bot. And you wouldn't mind having artificial intelligent vehicles capable of traversing anti-gravity and all that. So then we've come to the conclusion you're all bots, and that's fine. I'll live with that. I'll get my watch time up, and that's cool, man. I'm kosher with that, you know? That's out here on a nice hike. Hey, May, what are you doing? Hey, yo, May. Wappingham, whoa, Wappingham, Wappingham, whoa, Wappingham, are you Wappingham, Wappingham, Wappingham? So you see above, the sun is parting the trees, and it's going to change the temperature drastically. I mean, you're going to have 10, 20 degrees difference in a couple hours. It's nice, man. It is nice. And if you can imagine, like, living outside, how strange that would be. But the sun would be your only escape. If you think about that, it's incredible. It really is. I have to remind myself while I'm out here that I'm not a wildling. It means it'll hit you. I mean, if you're out here enough, you will feel that instinctual pulsation to just run and scream and rip your clothes off. I mean, no one knows why. No one knows why. Oh yeah, man, there it is. As soon as man, it's like caught my nose a little bit. The sun was just like on my nose. I was like, man, wow, so much power. But I welcome all 38 of you, and you know, remember, at 40 likes, I will do a dance on camera that I don't even think a robot could do. I mean, maybe like the robot dance, but like not, you know? It's something like that. A gyration that may live in the chronicles of history far, far after we are gone. But who knows? We may never know. We may never know. 20 minutes into the stream. Man, it feels good out here. 25 degrees, you know. And I'm just looking ahead, baby. That's all you can do. Hold your head up, right? Take a deep breath. Flex those muscles. You know what I mean? Still hard for me to believe, 20 minutes in, nobody in the chat. You guys must be tongue-tied. It must be too early. That's all right. It's going to be a long stream, All right, we got 3 hours of this. I will happily, vigilantly talk to myself the whole time. And really, I will find motivation in this somewhere. It may literally just be the essence of the woods that is keeping me on an even keel, mind you. Excuse me. But you will have those moments of, yeah. Hey, May. Hey, yo, May. Popping ham. It's going to be hard to make it to 3 hours with nobody in the chat, though. I will say that. But I can do it. I'm capable. I wonder if anybody notices the color scheme, like the difference in the... It just, to me, it seems there's so many layers to the color right there in that moment. Like, so much depth. But bots really, they don't care though. Bots will just observe. I guess maybe it doesn't matter, you know? Maybe it just doesn't matter. Up here to the left is a tree that, man, on so many levels. Hey, May, come here. And I show this to people every day I'm out here. Come over here. Because this tree represents a creature that we discovered that in many ways has no origins. It being translucent in nature, without question, would lead one to believe it may be alien to our planet, or just another shapeshifter that we don't know anything about. Regardless, whatever we found up in this tree, and it's on the channel. You can find it, one of the main videos. I may have posted it 5 or 6 times. Whatever we found in that tree, extraordinary. It had eyes, but it was translucent. It's incredible. We're up to 2 likes. We might actually have people in here. Or the like bots have come in, and that's cool. No comments, but hey, you know what? I'll do all the talking. I got this. Up here is probably my favorite part, just because of just the artistry of it. I mean, it really does look like a passageway to me. And that's how my mind works. When you think about it, where else would you see something like this? I mean, you could make it yourself, but you'd be hard pressed. This tree is way up there, if you think about this. How high up that is. It's like Solomon's temple. Solomon. Flop sauce. So nobody wants to talk about that mothership off the East Coast in New Jersey. I just find that hard to believe, man. We've got a representative of our prestigious government. They said it was from Iran. I just thought that was interesting. But nobody wants to talk about that. And I understand. Once again, bots don't have opinions. They're programmed to not think for themselves. And that's, hey, You can't judge them. Really, you can't. I think you'll be arrested. Judge bots. Gotta say it real low. I may have made this just for kids so you guys can't comment, huh? That would be whack. Maybe I did. I just don't know it. Maybe I did and I just don't know it. Yeah, what a vibe out here. You know, the vibe ski. We're about a half hour in. I'm just whopping. Feeling good. Taking my mind to a different place. Outside of the concrete. You know, that box that's forever a constant. You know, you have to escape it on some level. You know, this is, I don't want to live out here, but imagine that, man. 100 years ago, they didn't have toilets. That's hardcore. Hey, what are you eating? She just took a crunch out of something. Huge bone. Hey, whop sauce. Hey. Little whopping ham. Come on. Both of you, go. I usually have more fun when people are saying vulgar things in the comments and testing. Oh, that's nice. That sun right there. That's great. It really is. It's great. Hey, come on. Stop eating random things you're finding. Come on. Yeah, yeah. That's the thing about the zombie apocalypse. When it comes, if you have dogs, man, you'll be better off. The issue there is you can't let your dog become one. And you're screwed. Yeah. Come on. Go ahead of me. Onward. Man, it feels good out here. We're gonna try to push this stream to 3 hours, man. I feel good about that. A 3-hour hike in itself is good for me, regardless of anyone watching it, really. It's the incredible nature of it, of the hike ski. Make hiking happen. It's funny to watch the viewers fluctuate from like 30 to 20. It's like, man, people are coming in and leaving rapidly. Like, oh man, oh hell no. I'm not watching this man walk his dogs and talk. I can go do that myself. Yeah, but I'm still shocked. A half hour in, we have no comments, and that's cool. All right? That's cool, man. None of you have any opinions at all. That's what you're saying. You just have to go with it. You're so smart, bro. That was funny. You're like, I'm not running off too far. That was funny. Oh, I might have to roast a bone right here in this very spot. It's maybe the spot to roast this bone right here. And whop out the whopper. And then make Molly Mopper. This is like the tree of life right here. Here comes the sun. Chevelle. What's up, Bobby Lee? That's the lieutenant in command right there. It's kind of like yesterday, Bobby. People, I don't know. They just seem different. Like they're not as lively. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows what I know? Hey, Okie. Don't eat that. You don't want that. You don't want to eat that. I'm gonna roast a bone out here. I welcome you all to Wappingham's Extravaganza. It's another day out here to breathe good air. Hold on. Kinda not. You know what I mean? Yeah and no. Here comes the wind. Oh yeah, baby. Been out about a half hour. Hey, Dookie, stop eating things. Come over here. It's been about a half hour. I mean, it's nice out, man. All right. Man. Truth be told, it's you don't get this too often. You would think you would where I live, but you don't. So I try to improve lighter trim. Oh, trust me, you're not teaching me anything. Just that. But we're out here whopping. Just moving forward on the trail of life. Very early in the stream. Kind of just getting our bearings. Feeling good, looking good at the same time, however. Sometimes you gotta lift your leg, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't. It's just life. Out here in the forest. Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee's here to bring some humanism to the situation. I'll tell you what, Bobby. About a week ago, I'm pretty sure that's when it was, that was probably the best chat I've been a part of on my live streams. there was more people joking and having fun. I think that was the 50 likes. That's the one we had 50 likes and then the Rottweiler ran away. I just thought that was cool. Looking through that tree, something definitely lives up inside of it, you know. Definitely, baby. Okay, what, Bobby? What's okay? Nothing. Nothing's okay. Somebody make a joke. 21 people in here. Where's all the trolls at, man? You know? Where are they at, ski? Oh, we got a glare on the Meduski, man. I can't have it. We got a glare on the Shizinski. So that camera has nothing. Is it that one? Is there still a glare? Oh. Nice. What do you see, young grasshopper? No Wappingham. And the Wappingham. In the Wappingham of Wappingham. That's how you know how cold it is. You can see her breath. And that's cold. Dog breath. All right, weirdo.
Total game changer, bruh. Can't teach me nothing. Bobby Lee out.
Bobby Lee also named of someone who, you know, is actually named Bobby Lee. See, people are like pretzels. They're kind of weak, but they look tough. Like they have salt on them, you know, but they need more. Anyway, the point in this is, man, get over yourself. I'd say that's the greatest point I could ever make in the grand scheme of the world. Is you are nobody, and I'm not either. To think that you're gonna teach me how to block the wind from a lighter at 40 years old. You're gonna teach me how to do that. I mean, look, I get it. You may have this grand method of grandeur that no one has ever granulated. It's irrelevant. It's extremely irrelevant. Guy took back a like and everything. What a weirdo. Strange. So strange. But that's the everyday of Wappingham's existence. One after another, people weed themselves out. No matter who they are. You know, you'll see that in life, man. You'll see that in life. People they're not hard enough on themselves, or they're too hard on themselves. You gotta be neutral, man. At some level, man. Nobody's perfect. But the world's not against you. And this is a fact. Always remember that. No matter what you think, the world is not against you. Bobby Lee. If you're out there, just remember that. The world is not against you, Bobby Lee. R.I.P. Bobby Lee. R.I.P. Bobby Lee. R.I.P. Bobby Lee, R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. We're gonna miss you, Bobby. 40 minutes in, we're going forward. We lost another soldier. His name was Bobby. But the sun is still out. It's a day. It's another day. And we are, in fact, on a journey. All of us. And when we pass and go into the next world, just remember, you're gonna defecate yourself no matter what. Man, it feels good out here. Yesterday, I neglected to wear duck boots, and my journey was less tolerable. Wet, soggy feet. What a moment in history. Really is incredible. You don't want to go down there. You'll be all right. What do you think, bro? What do you think about this? It's up to you. I don't really feel like it. You know? All those negative vibes from strangeness took the wind out of my sails momentarily. I have to come back to whopping hams, you know, futuristic, right nowism. All right, come on, May. We'll walk forward. Whopping ham, whopping ham. A whopping ham is a whopping ham. A whopping ham. A flickety flopping ham. Holy whopping ham. If you're whopping a ham in a holy whopping ham. But yeah, here we are. You know, just whopping. Looking up. Feeling good. And that's really the true nature of life. If you don't feel good, nothing else matters. You'll notice this. Whopping hand. A holy whopping hand. Yeah. A whopping hand. A holy whopping hand. I can honestly say this is a perfect moment. It really is. No matter what. Perfect. I mean, it gets better than this in its own, you know, another perfect way. out on the beach maybe. That's perfect. The way the sun is parting those trees and the snow is, you know, covering the landscape. I mean, it's magnifique. Whopping hand. Whoa, whoa. What do you smell, young Wopsky? The smelly smell that smells smelly. Yeah, we're all trapped, just like that, in bushel. These two trees, I passed them the past few days, and they're always worth talking about. You know, they share the same roots, as good neighbors should. Korea. Man, I didn't know you guys had internet access, man. Which Korea is this? The up or the down Korea? Because I'm pretty sure there's turmoil in both, but this kind of looks like Korea, doesn't it, out here? Both of them, doesn't it? It's real desolate. But there's no dogs because, you know, that's illegal. Dogs are, they can't. It's illegal to have four legs in Korea. This is a doorway to this tree for those that are watching and that are not bots. I want you to, for a moment, imagine the incredible nature of this tree in the doorway you see before you. And there's definitely something down in that water. You can hear it. It's hard telling what's there. But yeah, back to that door. That's cool. Hey, yo, May. We don't need her. Run to the next forest. Mayzilla, come over here. Good job. You did good. So we got one comment from Korea. That's cool. Konnichiwa, right? You know, all that jazz. I'm just out here. I'm an avatar. That's all I am, you know. That's all any of us are, just avatars. That's all we can be, right? Truth be told, no matter what you think, only the mind creates, which means there's a outside source of at some extent. It's really cool how that one tree's like curved amongst the other ones. You know, if you notice that. That's really cool. The dogs are always hunting, that's right. Howard, I'm not convinced you're not a bot either, but we'll go with it. Welcome. Welcome to the comments. We had a grand disruptor earlier we had to excommunicate with. It's unfortunate. Bobby Lee will always be remembered as someone who was around for about a week. About a week. Mom sauce. What do you see up there, Wappingham? Yeah, this is beautiful, man. Well, you better stand up. Better stand up instead of sitting there trying not to freeze to death. If you sit down, you'll freeze, you know? You know what I'm saying? Where you at, man? You in Saskatchewan? Sounds like it, you know? Sounds a lot like it. It always reminds me of Trailer Park Boys. It just tells you, man, my millennial brain, it won't allow me to exist without the function of a false reality. It tells a vision with remote control. As I channel. Central Ohio. At least I know you're in bed watching me out here in the Wappingham's forest, you know. And it's 15 degrees there. You could be anywhere, but you're with me, brother. Hey, Duke. Hey. No. Come over here. I saw that. That water's freezing. They had to have seen a deer. Come here, both of you. Come on. I don't know what's over there, but he does. Good boy. Good job. Come on, let's go this way. Let's go back. Come on. I'd say it's probably 25 degrees here. Not 15, but it may have been a couple days ago. Definitely not formidable for cold, wet socks, you know what I'm saying? Wappingham. Ham. Yeah, that's kind of sus, isn't it? Whatever you saw over there, little Wopski. What'd you see? You feel chastised, don't you? You could probably take down a deer. The two of them, definitely. They'd have to catch it first. I don't know if they could. Excuse me. Wappingham. Come here, Ham. Yeah. What's on your mind? All right, yeah, we're trudging back. Having a great time either way. Leveling up every time I come out here. Leveling up exponentially. It's just the reality. The view count's a little bit lower than it has been, but really doesn't affect me. I can remember back in the day, live streaming Call of Duty. You want to talk about hardcore live streams, video gaming, well, man, it is a strenuous process, I could say that. What is down there, young Wopski? Yeah, the sun is finally up. I'd say the snow will be gone soon. We can only hope it snows again. Because if not, then it isn't winter. And that's the truth. That is the truth. We are about an hour in. It seems like more of a subdued, lethargic stream than normal. And kind of started off with a bumpy scenario. One of the regulars that's been in here the past week kind of, he got his feelings hurt for little to no reason. And that's, just throws the vibe off after that, man. It's like, man, everyone's feelings are hurt. I wonder if robots have feelings. It's got to be a program, just like ours would be. I mean, our tear ducts, you know. Why do we create tears, man? You know. It's a program. We are down to 9 people on the stream. Welcome, the 9 of you. Man, it's okay. Quality over quantity. That's what I like to say. Oppenheim. Hamski ham. Hamski ham. Just whopping, wiggity wham wham. Oh yeah, baby. Man, tell you level up no matter what out here. You just don't know it at the time. Well, it seems like this stream is dead. It's been a good run the past week, I'll tell you that. Either way, you know. It's just been Wappingham's Forest, you know. A presentation of, and I will definitely return that same fire, Shapinski ham. It's a different vibe when you there's not a bunch of comments coming in and it's just 5 to 10 people as opposed to 50 people and likes and all that. It's a much different ball game. It almost puts you in circles out here in the woods. You'll just be talking and joking. And it's like, man, that's a different vibe, man. Much different. But this is really where it started, was me talking to myself. Essentially, I mean, it's incredible to think that. And when I first started going out in the woods, you know, just being a voice for 2 hours, it's therapeutic for sure. What are you doing? 100% therapy. The escape of the concrete jungle, in essence. But I feel good. That's all I feel out here is great every time. And that's really the point. Pretty much the last freedom we have is just going out and walking, you know? Everything else is kind of regimented on some totalitarianistic level. Huge word. You know? This is nice, man. When the sun hits you, fresh Jasinski, that extra juice. It probably sounds like I'm marching. And I kind of am, for real. I can say this much. For me coming out here the past week or two, this is the warmest I have been. But I will tell you, I have layers. Maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe more. Like I was saying earlier, you really have to take advantage when the sun and the snow and just the scenic aspect of it. It's probably better for you to look up in the sky than it is to look at anything. Like legit, like right now, just looking up at the sun. Over top of it and around it. Oh man, you can feel it. And it's because of the blue light. See, that's that natural blue light. And that's why the TV and the cell phone and laptops are so bad, because it's that frequency that our eyes are picking up that is connected to our pineal gland. And that's incredible. Really is. Incredible. I may never watch another movie again. I mean, I may have to watch The Terminator 2 a couple more times, and then I'll never watch another movie again. Just based off of the recent findings that they've come to grips with, to tell the public that television has reshaped DNA as we speak. And a lot of this stuff starts back from the Third Reich scientists, man. A lot of that human experimentation, we don't even realize it, man. Hey, yo, May, come on. So someone should tell a joke in the chat. If there are 12 of you in here right now, someone tell a joke. Knock-knock jokes are acceptable. Orange jokes, any of them. Sounds like a mighty duck. Thought that's what that was. These dogs will chase ducks, and it's a sight to behold. For sure. It is a sight to behold. Till the ground is rock solid. Yeah, you have to love the artistry in this. We are 70 minutes in. Just out here vibing. Looking forward. Taking deep breaths. Feeling good. Raising the frequency. That's what we do, baby. I welcome you all to Wappingham's Forest. It's really about escaping the matrix, baby. Even though we're still in one. I mean, obvious. Like an Inception. But still like the trail of life, you know, you have to embark on it or you'll never know it's there. True story. Come on. Might be time to roast another bone. See if we can't make it to 2 hours on the stream. Not too much going on in the chat. But that's all right. I got this covered. You know? Not too much small talk, but you know, commentary from the observer standpoint. Hey, yo, May. Gone. What is she seeing from that far away? That may have been a squirrel. Now that I'm looking, yeah, that was a squirrel's got a story to tell. For real. She's got dogs way up the river barking. They're all talking now. Communications. I saw the squirrel. It wasn't a shapeshifter this time. Yeah, because last time it probably was. I mean, probably. Are you feral? You hungry? Feral and hungry? Climb that tree. We all want to see it. I mean, I've never seen you do it, but I'm sure you can. You look kind of feral with the thing hanging out of your mouth. Not gonna lie. It's a piece of slobber, kind of. Where'd you go? What is that, man? Did you scoff at me? Make scoffing happen? All right, we're whopping. We're out here feeling good, looking good. Barking at trees, you know, making up words. This is an everyday process of life in Wappingham's Forest where you're free to do these things. And Mother Nature is at your beck and call. Just for you. Wappingham was a wop sauce a long whopping time ago. Then they watched him through a drone in the sky as he walked around with his cell phone. Yeah, I mean, it's time to roast a bone. For sure. Oh, Bobby Lee. R.I.P. Bobby Lee. For those that weren't here earlier in the stream, Bobby Lee got mad at me. So he quit. He went from, you know, a guy on the team to a spectator in the stands. Oh yeah, baby. Mary Jane, always there to wash away the pain. Mary Jane, always there to massage in your brain. Mary Jane, Yeah, baby, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I welcome you all to Wappingham's Forest. Raising the frequency, one positive moment at a time, baby. I am your host with the most. Wop sauce in the flesh. For those that are wondering where the Rottweiler is or is not, he is at my side always and forever. Like my revolver with fur, like a furry revolver. What are you eating? What's off? Move forward. Yeah, yeah. Underlay. Underlay. Chupacabra. Go. Yeah, get out of here. They must have found a car. Yes, or something. You think you're going to go back to it, huh? We're walking. The hills have eyes out here. And they're brown. You would think that would have got someone to say something in the chat. I mean, look, man. All these people in here. I mean, bots. All these bots in here. You guys don't have any chat bot GPT programming. I find it insulting. Hey, yo, mate. She's up there eating stuff now, man. I'm about to stop feeding you guys, man. You're getting enough food out here. Albeit deer poop. Wappingham. Someone say that I'm the Wappingham. Wappingham. Man, 78 minutes in. Feeling good. Looking good. The time is Wappingham. That's what time it is, baby. Just the time of the day that you want to look up at the sun and say, yeah. You know? Just like, yeah. And that's cool, you know? Let me see something here. Let me roast this bone properly. If Bobby Lee was only here to hear this happen in the moment, he would know that it was happening. Bobby Lee, why you so mad at me? Your name ain't Bobby Lee. I mean, it has to be. What do you see over there? You dog. You seeing things? Somebody took a chunk out of this, man. That might have been the Anunnaki. Man, look at the spacing of that there cut. Man, that's riveting. That may have been the original people of my world. The Creator cut this for us to behold and cherish. Oh, Puma Punku, yeah. Rings in a holy crap. As I sing this song and look up at God, Nothing's looking back. I ask the sky, why the hell am I here? As I'm shedding a tear. I ain't out here shooting a deer, but if I had to, I got my rifle up, oh yeah. I went off the rails with that, but the point in the beginning was that, man, I'm looking up at a hologram, and so what do you mean, Wappingham? And I'm like, man, you can tell that the sky is a TV screen, and it sounds preposterous. It does, and I know that, and that's the point. If it made sense, then it wouldn't be true. So what they do is they give us books, then they make us sit down, all right? And they make us memorize the criteria that indoctrinates us. Then they give us awards and grades and positions, occupations, and it makes us feel like we have a purpose. Meanwhile, above us is the truth. And so, what is the truth, Wappingham? Well, the truth is there is none. Not one bit of it, anywhere. Nothing you see, nothing you hear, nothing you taste or touch is real. In fact, it's a figment of your imagination. And even myself in this moment am in a time warp, like we all are, spinning on a rock, right? Projecting through black ooze, dark, pitch black ooze, right? None of this makes any sense, right? But I know this one thing. If you look up, you are looking up at an illusion, no matter what you think, no matter what sky you're in, no matter what part of the world. When you look up, you're seeing what it wants you to see. The proverbial it. It's pie. I would say it's literally a mathematical equation is what you're seeing above you. A very large existing being that is almost omnipresent. So vast, it's like a water droplet, but it's an ocean. It's like a hive mind that is within every mind because it's liquid. And this is the reality, is the eclipses happen on our planet, but you mean to tell me the moon blocks out the sun? It's complete diameter. I mean, it faces us. This is very strange. It's a clock. No matter what anyone says, we live on a very large clock. And the earth is in the middle, you know. And when you see Jupiter, that seems kind of like a clock. Well, so why? Why is it all based off of the sun in a clock formation? Why? It's an incredible thought. Because we really are just on a rock going through space. And gravity is just a fancy word for we can't move off it. We can't jump and float. I mean, really, all these words we have, they don't know what gravity is. You know? They don't know. It's like these dogs. The creation of man and trees and cats, dogs, and birds. Doesn't it all seem peculiar? As if we are on just a large laboratory. I mean, literally, an experiment. if you really think about it. It's a huge experiment. It makes perfect sense. I mean, it really does. It sounds far-fetched, you know. It does, but if you haven't looked up in the sky lately, you should. You really should. 10, 20 minutes. Without your cell phone, just look up in the sky. Like something's looking back at you, and you'll see it. You'll see the vibrance of the symmetry between the quote-unquote stars and Orion especially. Whatever draws us to Orion's belt, you know, it seems like a defense mechanism when you look out there, as if they're harnessing the energy of stars, these quote-unquote constellations, right? But Orion, specifically, that center star may be the very key to it all, you know. I just think it's incredible. You know, amongst all this that you see, trees, snow, the elements, myself, above us is a vast network, a body of objects that, you know, seem to be free of gravity's stronghold. If anything, they themselves seem to harness gravity as planets or stars, asteroids, moons. So we're just on a rock. I mean, really, it's hard to fathom. We really are, though. We are on a moving object, and the math involved in us being on this planet is extraordinary. Let alone the fact that your heart beats at the same hertz that the Earth does. So literally, the Earth has a 7 hertz vibration manifesting throughout, and so do we, coming from our heart. 7 hertz. Think about that. So we're connected to the Earth on some vibrational level that supersedes the material realm as we know it. Really, it's very mind-blowing is what it is. What are you doing, May? What are you doing? She's got more energy than anyone, you know? And that's all we are, it's just energy. That's really all we are, man, you know? You know, if you reverse the live stream and go back and see what this looked like before the sun was here, you know, an hour and a half ago, it's extraordinary, the difference. I'd say that's the point, and the reason I'm out here a lot of times is just, I want people to look up. I'm telling you, the truth is out there. And it may not be what you want to hear, you know, at all. But before there were books and movies and philosophers and philosopher's stones, pyramids, geometry, there had to be something, you see? Before numbers, letters, variables, skepticism, there had to be something. And this is the quandary I'm faced with. I mean, I'm no Carl Sagan. However, I do know that the reality is it's much stranger than fiction, you know? What are you doing? Come here. It is. You know, the shadow I cast is it's based off that, this light bulb in the sky. Are we not in a zoo? If you cancel out everything you've ever seen on television, there very well may be something on the other side of the sun and the moon and the sky. It's like a curtain. Is it really that far-fetched to think that that's not a ceiling above us? Honestly, it may very well be a screen, a very large Titantron, a planetarium, you see? Now, I know these ideas are I mean, it's like new age jargon. And yet, however, is not based off of the fact that the verbiage has been there in mysticism for thousands of years, and it's called the cosmic web. You know, the reality is the moon and the sun are connected. The whole sky is connected. It's a sky net, you see? The whole sky is connected to the moon and the sun, you see? Why would I want to do that, Toothpick? Why would I want to scare the dog? I've been talking about these higher frequencies for 2 hours, and that's the comment I see. Yeah, come on, man. Let's not lower the IQ in here. Let's not do it. It can't go any lower. You know? Can you scare your dog? Why don't you scare yourself? Go find the nearest reflection, you know? Scare somebody else. Just leave the house without makeup on or whatever you have to put on to feel good, you know? What about that? You know what I'm saying? Sure, that's terrifying. But like I was saying, yeah, this is probably a habitat. Whether it's natural or unnatural, we wouldn't know. It's an illusion, regardless. And that's the truth. It's not science fiction to think that the VR headsets were installed on our heads. I mean, really, if you think of the truth behind neurolinguistics, they're just recreating impulse. They don't know why you have eternal impulses or subconscious vibration. They don't know that. They don't know why your heart beats. So what they're going to do is recreate all of you and then transfer you guys. And the age of enlightenment is going to turn into the age of androgyny. No one will have a gender. No one will have a thought in their head either. Because your frontal lobe, unfortunately, doesn't only control sexuality and memory, but language and so forth. And that's really what they've implanted their parasite in. You know, that's the easiest way for them to get in is through the TV screen, through light. Because one day they sat around, they were like, man, through MK Ultra, they're like, so we want to be able to control people without putting them in a chair full of wires. How do we do this? How do we connect to people without putting wires inside of them? Can we do it with sound? Well, they knew they could do it with sound, but they needed to get within your eyes. They're like, can we do it with light? You know? And they figured it out, you know? And that's the mind-blowing nature of television, is that no matter what any one of us think, right? No matter what you think, your entire life has been somewhat, the curriculum within your mind has been matriculated through television in one form or fashion. If you are a first world, and especially in America, right? You don't even know that your very thoughts are not yours. Nothing, none of it. You were raised on a box that's implanted within your cerebral. It's extraordinary, the magnitude of it. Because this is probably what's above us. Okay? We're gonna push 2 hours on this stream. We are 23 minutes in. All right, if we can get some comments and some likes in here, we'll push it further. But we'll go to 2 hours because it feels good out here. And knowledge is to be broadcasted. So with that said, even here in this moment, when you feel the sun, right? So we'll ask ourselves, from our perspective, right? Well, that's the sun. Well, absolutely. So what was there before the sun? Well, God. Okay. Well, who created God? Well, God is everything. Okay. So, right. So, God was always there. Right. See, so this just continues to go on based off of opinion. The opinion that we have is that the sun was created for our benefit. That the sun was created specifically for us to thrive. And it may be the truth to some extent. But this God was still trying to get a result by giving us the sun. That's all I'm saying. There is a result to be had. And it's extraction. Imagine that. You secrete salt water, right? Not only that, you secrete chemicals that from your very brain, right? All this nervous central system where everything's created through what you see. Really, even melatonin's created when it gets dark through your brain to tell you to go to sleep, right? So imagine when you're afraid, what that creates. Adrenaline, right? But keep going down the line and all these different chemicals that we create as physical beings. But remember, we have to go into an incubation state 8 hours a day. Remember that. You have to, for 8 hours a day, incubate. Kind of in a suspended animation, right? And then for another 8 hours a day, you have to work in the sun or in artificial light in a building, right? And then for 8 hours a day, well, what do you do? It's recreation time. It's everything else, right? Eating, dressing, blah, 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 blah. So they took over that slot with television. But let's just go back further and say, so hold on, Wappingham. Almost fell. So what you're saying is that we are all producing chemicals every day, Wappingham. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason for our existence. Now, this sounds preposterous. We all have biased opinions, no matter what we think. All right? Hey, yo, Duke. We're all biased. We'd imagine that. Imagine the chemicals you have to get rid of out of your temple every day. I mean, unless you're a robot, then, you know, you don't have to do that, but they're not going to get rid of us. They're going to implement robotics so they can harvest us easier. And that's what the robotics program is all about, no matter what you think. It knows when you go to sleep. The cell phones know your blood pressure, your blood type, who your family is. Think about this. When they put a big old robot in your house, you know, to help you with chores, it's going to have a Geiger counter, a radar system in it. It'll know when these aliens stop in for the night. That's what this is all about. That's why we all have cameras on our phones and these powerful sonar systems, you know, weather, you know, watching the weather. Nah, man. Nah. These cell phones tell them when the neutrinos, you know, I'm telling you, man, look this stuff up. Don't take my word for it, but just remember, you know, we are the future, you know, and that's the reality. The future is now. It hasn't happened yet, you know, but it will. Robotics will completely replace us, no matter what you think, in every aspect of life, every occupation. Hey, May, come on. Every level of creativity. The only reason we will be here is for secretion, and that's probably the only reason we were here to begin with. And I know this stuff sounds like extreme conspiracy theorism, but look all around you. 100 years, you couldn't give people a box that they would carry around, and it would have, you know, cameras. What was that? What is a camera? Think about it. They got us, bruh. The invasion already happened. We just don't know it. But that's the trick. That's the reason for it. It's incredible. I'm just here to tell you all, get prepared, because when it happens, they're not going to tell us. We won't even know. They'll say, well, what's prepared for what? Invasion 2.0. Believe that. But this has been a presentation brought to you by the Wattmeister. As always, you know, get out and find your place of happiness. And I love you all. I'll be back.